guys, it's Les.
And it's Lo, and welcome back to your new favorite podcast.
Cocktail Hour with Let's Lo. I'm your favorite host, Les.
Oh, the shade. And I'm Lo. I'm really excited about our conversation this week. We're gonna do a little old school versus new school, talk about some of the old traditions and talk about some new trends and traditions that we're loving.
And that we're hating.
And that we're hating, facts. So stay tuned for that little chit chat.
Yeah. Well, speaking of old school, this month's cocktail that we're featuring is an old fashioned.
Yeah, we have given you guys an espresso martini. We have given you guys a margarita. And now we thought it was time to give you a little something for the fall, a little something brown, a little something warmer, a little some old school, since we're talking about old school versus new school. So we're excited to have an old fashioned.
We're both bourbon lovers, and I thought it would be really cool to feature bourbon for this episode of Cocktail Hour with Les Lo, because bourbon was our first drink. Our grandfather, who we call Granddaddy,
hey Granddaddy,
loves a Jack and Coke. And so growing up, our very first drink was Jack and Coke. So for this episode, we are featuring an old fashioned, and we have brought in an award-winning mixologist who's actually gonna walk us through actually start to finish how to make an old fashioned. But let's go ahead and head to the bar and meet Ray.
Hey guys, I'm Raymond Sampson, award-winning mixologist from New York, based in Atlanta. Today I'm gonna be making you guys my take on a Southern old-fashioned. Our choice today is gonna be Gentleman's Jack. First, we're gonna go with some simple syrup, a little bit of Peche Combier. That's where we're gonna get the peach flavor and that Southern tang. Gentleman's Jack. So this cocktail is very aggressive and old fashions in general. So this is gonna be a nice 2-ounce heavy pour. And since I'm making 2, double up. Aromatic Angostura bitters. Ice. While this is kind of starting its process, I'm gonna go over here and smoke the glasses. Quick stir. Good thing about old fashions, you kind of just let them sit on the ice as they dilute, so you don't have to stir too long. The reason you put the orange around the rim is because you want this person to really get that orange flavor on their fingers, smell it, and everything above, not just taste. And here we are. Cheers. Salud, ladies.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers, girl.
Cheers. Oh, I can't smell it, taste it. See it? You was not lying. Oh.
It's good.
This is pleasant.
Not pleasant.
No, this is really delicious. And I'm glad. We really wanted him to walk you guys through the recipe today, because I feel like old fashions are a little bit more intricate than like the normal drink. It's not just put it in a shaker and stir. So shout out to Ray for walking us through. These are super lit.
They are. It's actually kind of light, so it doesn't feel like bourbon-y, you know, heavy and harsh.
He said the ice like mellows it out, which makes sense. So if you guys try making an old fashioned, please let us know. I wish we should have a hashtag. We're gonna come up with a hashtag for you guys to share your drink.
What's the hashtag gonna be, girl?
I don't know. Cocktails of less than love? No, I don't know. We got to think of something. So you guys can tag us if you actually make these drinks.
Yeah, and let us know how it was when you made it.
Yeah, for sure. Are you ready to jump into this?
Yeah, so let's jump in. Let's dive in.
I'm super excited. So as you guys know, we are millennial event planners. We have a lot of like millennial and Gen Z, honestly, is starting to bubble up, like clients, right? And so most people who we work with, a large majority are like our age or within like, I don't know, a 10-year span or so, generally speaking. And so I feel like more and more as we're doing these events, we're really starting to see like the divide between the old school and the new school. And so we thought we would spend a little bit of time talking about some of the new trends and traditions that we love, hate, like a little bit, just to kind of—
Don't like it a lot.
I know, just to kind of hear, we'd love to hear from you guys what you guys think as well. So to jump in, we thought it would be really fun to play this game. The acronyms are FMK, but our mother told us that we cursed too much on the episode last time, so we're trying to be cute. Also, if I say the first 2 letters, YouTube gonna cut it. So we're gonna go with like the kosher version, which is like it, love it,
cancel it.
cancel it. Okay. Like it, love it, cancel it. And so Les and I are both gonna walk through some of our new trends, traditions that we like, love, or that we would not be mad if they went away. X marks the spot.
To the left, to the left.
Everything you own in the box to the left. So let's start with like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass the mic. What is a new trend or tradition that you think is cute?
So one thing I really, really like and actually appreciate when you're planning, we're talking weddings, when you're planning a wedding, you spend so much time planning all of the little intricate details of the ceremony and reception, right? There's so many things from ring boxes to menu stationery to signage to florals. Like there's so many different things that you're considering and like really putting intentional thought into. And when it gets to the getting ready, right? Which is before your ceremony, when usually you're with your girls or your guys or your people, be that bridesmaids, groomsmen. I like it when people are intentional about bridal suite moments or groom suite moments,
that's
right?
a good one.
Because there are so much photos, there's a lot of video, right, that goes into just that moment. And so when people have some detail, it elevates the moment. Yeah. So I like it when people think about that.
That was a good one. And I like that you included groomsmen because they we see more and more the bridal suite moment starting to pop up, but our guys kind of get the short end of the stick.
They do.
You're gonna get a flask, you're gonna get a leather couch.
Which is one of my cancels.
We're not there yet. That's a cancel that you can talk about it. Like the groom's suite is kind of like definitely the dusty crusty of the whole event. And so I've never seen, I think that could be you guys want a trend, you heard it here first, you're welcome, free game. Somebody
do a groom moment.
Somebody do a groom suite moment. That would be lit because we never see like the floral or whatever decorative installation.
And it doesn't even have to be that. Just a moment in general. For photos, for video, for content, I think it'd be cool.
Interesting.
For guys.
Okay.
But speaking of, I know we didn't get to this part.
But talk about your cancel.
Yeah. One of the things I just really, really hate as a planner, but also I know that our amazing photography and videography vendors also hate is a dirty suite.
Oh, child.
Like, ma'am or sir.
I think people take it literally when you say like getting ready and they
get ready.
It looks like their bedroom. Like you walk in, it's like shoes, cups,
like
clothes.
Come on. You have to take pictures in there. You have to do video in there. So your photographer and your videographer don't want to come into a pigsty, honey.
Yeah, that's a good pro tip though about like usually if your planner's giving you a run of show, you know about the time your photographer and videographer are coming in suite.
I.e., this is the time that it needs to be clean.
Exactly.
Right? We shouldn't have chicken wings and bagels and whatever food you was eating with alcohol and tissue and makeup brushes all over everywhere.
Set an alarm. And the bridal party, set an alarm for like 15 minutes before, do a little clean sweep.
Yeah.
It's mostly, even if you just like push stuff in a room that they're not gonna be recording in, that's a good one. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
You said dusty crusty. Some of them rooms be dusty and crusty, honey. That's my like it and one of my cancels. Well, what about you? What's something that you like when it comes to events, weddings?
I like what I like. That's what makes it. On Carisha, please.
I like what I like.
I like what I like. No, one thing that I like that I'm like starting to feel more and more, I feel like it's popping up as a trend is like the mismatched bridesmaids dresses. I love when like either colors complement in the same silhouette or when it's maybe the same color, but the girls all get kind of their different vibe or style. I don't know, I think if you do it correctly, it's a very kind of tasteful, unique way. And I think that bridesmaids are better bridesmaids. That sounds trash. When they feel good, no one wants to be the girl in the frumpy dress that they hate. But if you feel like a baddie, like if you're walking in, you like, girl, I look good. I picked out this dress. I fitted it to my body type. I got the color that's complementary to my skin. I like that. And I think you come out feeling like a baddie. And then so you elevate your bride, like looking like a baddie and like feeling like a baddie.
Yeah, whole team bad.
Definitely. I think that's
I agree with that. I think same for like guys too.
Mismatched.
Not mismatched.
Fellas, please don't.
Not mismatched. I do, in terms of guys, usually our guys, like we were talking about earlier, are the people that, you know, short end of the stick. But for the guys that actually, you know, get custom suits, not just the groom, but also the groomsmen, I think it's a vibe. Like for them to just look really clean cut and groomed. I love a well-groomed man.
Ooh. Got a plug. What's up, Wayne? Okay, so is that your love it? Is that your answer?
I would say that's one of my love it's. I know we haven't gotten there yet.
What's your other love it? We can go ahead and jump in, girl.
Okay.
I looked at my hand, but there's no watch.
It's okay. My other love it bullet point, I have a couple, but I think my main one.
You get one.
Well, I think the biggest love it for me, I think we spend so much time trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to duplicate what we see on social media, seeing a cool trend and wanting to hop on the train, listening to all of the who we call wedding stakeholders, which are just your friends and family that all have something to say about what you should do on your wedding day. I love it when our couples say, F that, and they do their own thing.
I like that.
If you don't want a wedding cake, don't get one.
Stand up.
Nobody be eating it, right?
That's true.
Stand up.
Yeah.
We had a recent wedding where the bride was like, I don't like cake and I don't feel like we should spend money on a cake.
Yeah.
And we had a bomb ass, oops, sorry mom, dessert bar.
Yeah.
And I thought that was dope. And it was really personal. It wasn't corny.
I like that.
We didn't have tons of wedding cakes left over. So it's just like, don't be afraid to do what you want to do on your day.
Definitely. I agree. Especially as we're talking about kind of old school versus new school. I think a lot of that pressure, no shade, comes from parents a lot, right?
Like a little bit of shade.
Parents and grandparents, whether they're like investing in the wedding or whether they just care and they want the best for you or they want to kind of have a nostalgic moment and like share in one of their traditions. Like
you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
That's facts. Right? And we'll stand up for you. If you're scared, if you're scared to stand up, we got your back. Okay. We're not mad. My love has to be, since Leslie refuses to ask me the questions back. One of my love-its, I like really love, this is my F in FMK. I love a live instrument at an event, a little grown and sexy set.
It does add a little bit of, okay.
I think it's cool, like all the harpists or like pianists.
That was iconic.
We're such an aux chord culture. I feel like we hear the same songs over and over again. People, you know, there are like the go-to love songs that everyone wants to hear at their wedding. This is why I love. I mean, if I hear that one more time, I'd be feeling like, I
love it. Ain't nothing wrong with the song if you want to use it.
It's a great song.
It is a great song.
Everybody and their mama has that song. So, I mean, that's cute for you. But if you want to add a little bit of like personality, if you want to elevate, to me, there's nothing like live music, and you can do it at the ceremony or even like during dinner. Yeah. Sometimes we'll have them perform cocktail hour. It's just a vibe. I love it, love it. I kind of don't, you let it. I kind of don't even, I think even if you don't have a whole lot of like decor or whatever, like that could really like.
Yeah, I think it just elevates the moment. Yeah,
sure.
It's definitely elevating to the event. I think it gives people a little bit of just like be present in the moment, right? You don't got a playlist going, which nothing wrong with it. But again, and don't let the saxophonists have a little swaggy swag and walk around and, you know, like, I think it's a vibe.
I was going to say, don't let the DJ play the wrong song. Because y'all be having a playlist and then y'all be walking down the aisle angry because that DJ you wanted didn't listen. It's happened more than once where it's awkward because the music starts and then it stops quick and then they switch a song and we already knew what was going on. Okay.
So live music is a vibe.
Live music is a vibe.
And that's your love it.
That's my love it.
Okay. I think all we have left is...
Dead it?
Yeah, cancel it.
Okay, I'll go first.
What is your like it, cancel it, stop doing it?
I want to go off of kind of that thing you were saying about parents. My cancel it is like, I feel like I revere like some of I love some of the traditions that have passed down generationally. Wow, that's hard.
Oh, honey. The gentleman's jacket.
The gentleman's jacket.
It is.
No, I love that. Like, I love culture. I love family. I love tradition.
History.
I love history. You know, that's like a huge thing in our family.
For sure.
And so I have so much respect and admiration for it. But I think that sometimes people do a unity moment for clickbait. And like, they will leverage like things that they see online, traditions, be that jumping brooms or throwing money or what else they do?
I like the money throwing.
Tying the knot. Like, and they really don't even understand like the history behind it. They buy something quick from Dollar Tree. Like, it's not, there's no, like, I feel like I don't know, like.
Yeah. It doesn't have the same meaning.
Reverence for, and I think that things like that are so special. I think we've had clients before who really truly like did a dedicated ceremony, or it was a really serious like moment for a tradition, a cultural tradition. And so I always kind of like, I don't know, I think that to your point of like doing things just because you see it on the internet, like I'm over like,
or you think you're supposed to do it.
Exactly. If it's not meaningful to you, if it's not something that's like something from your family, something from your history, or something that has like sentimental value to you, I feel like scrap it. It's not worth the little pic of you at the table with the candle. And you throw the candle away after. Like you threw away your Unity candle.
Yeah. So why do we get it? Y'all
still united, because that was a little witchery. That was a little bruja moment.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it's now what happens when you throw it in the trash? You don't think about that. We be having a candle 2 weeks later. Like I hope they're okay. So I don't know. That's I could cancel it. I'm over it. If it's not truly like something that's sentimental or like holds value to you, I think you can make your own new tradition. Start your own tradition. Do something lit.
Meaningful.
Right. Do something lit that's meaningful to you and your partner, and not have to just kind of copy paste what somebody did 80 years ago. What's yours? What's your like cut it, not into it, cancel it?
Yeah. One thing that I really, really, really don't like, from a logistics perspective, especially.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
When people call you Liz.
No, girl. One thing that I just really, really grinds my gears, and that we can totally cancel, I cannot stand assigned seating. I can't. When it comes to assigned seating,
the girls gonna be mad because they love a seated chart.
Yeah. Point one, our couples don't want to assign the seats. It's like a job.
But they want a seating chart.
They want a seating chart, but it is a lot of homework, and it takes a lot of effort and energy to actually figure out like who to place at a table. You know what I mean? So that's annoying for the clients. From our perspective, on wedding day, right, it happens literally all the time. We might have our, table sitting fully set. We have our place cards, we have table numbers, we have the seating chart. Everything is matching and aligned to each other. And what happens every single time is that somebody that is assigned to the table doesn't want to sit there.
That's not somebody, everybody.
Yeah, right?
Everybody.
And they grab their place card, or don't, and they move to where they want to sit. Now, why that is so annoying is because not only did the client take time to actually place everybody, right? But the second part is from the logistics side. On wedding day, catering has then prepared 8 to 10 meals based on what we told them. And two or three of the people moved to another table. So it's a logistical nightmare. It's literally so annoying. And then the folks that catch an attitude, talking about, I don't want to say, yeah, this is my so-and-so, my family. Okay, this is where they placed you. This is where you need to sit. Like, but I don't like that. So I feel like it would be a lot easier if people just open seating.
And I think that's like a new school, because I feel like back in the day, people probably sat where their name card was. So new school, that's a dig on us. We rebels. It does throw off the kitchen. I think people don't realize like all of they think it's just like, oh, this is where they put me. No, there's been planning like 3 steps down of people who know you're sitting there and know what you're having.
From the chef to the servers to the planners, 100%. Like you fucking shit
up. The bride, the groom, the bride, the bride, the groom, the groom.
They looking over like, oh, auntie so-and-so ain't.
Yeah.
Because auntie moved herself.
Period. Or people will get like even worse. Like that's also lets us know where our extra seats are.
Correct.
So it is the worst when it's like, okay, we know these tables are extra seating. So if we get onesie, twosie.
And where's the extra seat?
Plus ones that didn't RSVP, because that's all millennials too. We love to bring a plus one. But I think like we'll know where those tables are, where those spots are. So if someone truly does have an issue where they can't sit where they're sitting, or like where they come with someone and they don't want them to be at another table, we can move them both, and we know like, we've planned. But y'all just create chaos and anarchy, and then y'all be like, why is it taking so long for the food? Because we are in the back trying to reset everything.
Right, because you guys decided where you wanted to sit.
Oh.
So cancel, I know, cancel X. I've gotten cussed out by people a couple times, which is fine. It's not fine, but people get angry, you know what I mean? And usually they take it out on us.
Yeah.
because we're the face, you know, of the day. So that's one thing that I would cancel for sure.
We talked about some of the new traditions and things that we like versus kind of old school, but I think you brought up some interesting points. So let's talk about, like, there are some old things, some old habits and traditions and customs that honestly should continue. You talked about on the last episode, timeliness, right? Millennials, I don't know, we added 30 minutes to whatever time everyone at a minimum tells us. I feel like our parents and grandparents, y'all know they be places, like, they're early. To be early is to be on time. That's what they say. That's what they say. So that timeliness is definitely an area of opportunity for millennials.
Let's dig into timeliness though, because it's not even.
I want to dig in.
Yes, millennials, you know what time the wedding is. We show up so late and then get offended when the planners don't let you into the ceremony. Let me just be very frank.
This event session, Leslie clearly has some beef with y'all.
I'm venting. Let me just be really frank with you guys. It is very, very, very rude when a ceremony is going to hear people pedaling their little heels down the aisle. It's very rude. You're ruining, interrupting a very intimate moment in two people's lives. And we, as a best practice usually on our team, we don't let people in. Once that door is closed, we're not gonna allow you to be rude.
And we don't care who it is, which is why you get cussed out. Because sometimes it is the auntie.
Which is why I get cussed out. Yeah.
It is the auntie or the great cousin, or you know, and they're like, I'm Glenda.
And it's backwards. Because you are Glenda, whoever you are, you need to be early, right? It should be even that much more important for you to be present and be on time.
I definitely think that that's something that new schoolers specifically should work on. Another thing you brought up during our FMK alternative PG game was RSVP. And we have a really bad habit, you guys. It's always us. We have a really bad habit of just deciding to bring a +1 because we're dating someone new maybe, or like, if the couple did not inform you that you have a +1, I'm sorry, sis, your new love of your life is not invited. And we hate to make it awkward. We hate to, like, even sometimes the older crowd does it too. It'll be an she's like, well, this is the cousin, he's fine. But like, it's rude to show up at something, anything. I don't care if it's a wedding, a party. I'm not coming if I'm not invited. If I didn't hear,
why would you want to?
I know, it's weird. Well, you know, people love it. Just come on, it's fine.
It's like a moment.
It's not fine. It's not fine. You look weird because you're here and no one invited.
Yeah, but also even outside of the invite, people gotta pay. You know what I mean? Like, you increased our count on wedding day, and we probably have to make up for that after the fact.
Which is one of the reasons why we always plan over, and most planners do now, because we know there are gonna be circumstances sometimes, whatever, onesie, twosies, it was truly a mistake, or you reached out and the couple told you it's okay, or whatever, right? Or like +1s happen, but I don't know, we have a bad habit of either not RSVPing and showing up, which is also the thing, or RSVPing for one and then bringing a +1. Which,
and I'll just add,
y'all should cancel that.
I think the other addition to that is, and I think it's a millennial problem, is that we will RSVP somewhere, wedding, event, whatever the type of event, and then we think it's okay to then not show up if for some reason the plan for your attendance changes. Yeah, that is so rude.
I mean, especially when you don't communicate.
Well,
life happens.
Life happens.
And if you can't come, you should inform the couple or the planner.
You absolutely should.
Update your RSVP, just because typically, right, it's not a day before thing. So even just taking the step to update your RSVP is such a kind gesture, because maybe someone who they wanted to invite wasn't invited because you were coming, right? Like they were like, I'd rather have this person. So if you're not coming and you could open a seat to someone, if you could save somebody a little coin, because weddings are not cheap.
Let's dig into that.
Right? Like it's just a kind, thoughtful, like they took enough to think of you to invite you. And if you RSVP'd and don't think enough of them to just say like, let me unclick or communicate to someone that I'm not gonna be able to make it.
It's rude.
It's kind of rude.
No training.
Oh, that's taking it. Leslie is going for the jugular.
I am, because it's so rude.
I'm sorry, Leslie is going for the jugular with you guys
because
today.
I mean, I know we're, you know, having some fun drinking our old fashions, but it's very, very rude. Like it is. People have spent money couple $100 plus on your attendance and planned usually where you're sitting. They've put intention into your invitation. Yeah. And then you just don't come.
I'm passionate, girl.
Yes, because I think it's rude. Anyway, that's my spiel.
I feel like we've ranted a lot about new trends and traditions. So, I mean, I don't know. I think we can call it. We would, of course, love to hear from you guys. If there are new things that are trending that you feel, new traditions that you've seen, new things you think are cool, drop a comment. Talk to us.
If there's something that you want to hear about related to a trend, let us know.
We get to hear a lot about what's trending. Maybe we'll do an episode talking about trends from fashion and beauty and decor. But we want to hear more about what you guys thought of this episode, who your favorite host is, because clearly Leslie thinks it's her.
What are y'all's cancels?
FMK, but don't use those acronyms. Yeah. So we nodded to a little special surprise in our first episode. And then I think we gave you guys a sneak peek of these last time. Yeah. Our babies are here, ready and available for purchase right now.
These are only 2 of them. We actually have a third.
I feel like the home shopping network, like the number is gonna pop up here and it's gonna be like leslowevents.com/shop. Do you know the channel your grandma keeps on at home where she buys the stuff all day?
Where you have to dial a number to shop.
Yeah, and it's like they hold up a product and they really talk about how much they love it and it's so amazing. We're that, whatever that show is, Home Network Shopping or something.
Yeah.
This is Nightstand. This is one of the 3 signature scents from Leslow Events, Leslow Lifestyle brand. This is giving,
what is it?
Everything sexy. This is giving,
it's giving romance.
Everything expensive, everything designer.
Everything exclusive.
It's giving grown and sexy. And Leslie has in her hand today,
Fete, which is inspired by celebration.
It is. Get your Vanna white on. You're holding it too low.
All of our candles are soy-based, coconut oil-based.
They're also hand-poured and crafted here. From a local artisan.
Yeah.
We did design the scents. So these aren't the Bath and Body Works. It's not given Home Goods.
It ain't plastic.
It's not given Target. It's given glass. It's given custom. And it's given sexy. And we, again, wanted to find a way where we could bring like that really luxe kind of grown and sexy vibe from special events into your home. So we hope you guys go check us out. We're at a pop-up shop coming up here soon.
We are, but candles.
Oh wait, it might be past when this drops. So just kidding. Sorry. Go ahead, honey.
Candles are for purchase on www.leslowevents.com/shop.
We accept credit cards.
And that's all we accept.
So we hope that you guys buy these. Again, we have to come up with a hashtag or something so you guys can let us know. But they're available now. Yeah. We're so excited about our babies and more to come.
Like, comment, subscribe, and purchase.
And cheers. That's it. That's it for episode 3. We hope you guys enjoyed. We hope you guys actually talk to us in the comments and the DMs.
Girl, I'm out of old fashioned.
We hope you share and tell us how much you guys love the show because, I mean, what else are you watching?
Anyway, that's all, folks.
Cheers. Tink, tink. Tink, oh, wait. Tink, ASMR. Tink. ASMR.
Let me do it.
See you guys next time.
She might have.
I'm doing ASMR.
Well, one time me and Lindsay we sleep in the same bed. So she came here and we're like sleep. She always sleeps with me because Lo be selfish. And I pop up and all I hear is, and I'm like, what the is that sound? Like I keep hearing it and I have no idea what the it is. And I'm like, what the is that? Like I'm tripping, trying to go to sleep, but that's all I hear. Honey, I look over, Lindsay knocked the out, like gone, knocked out. Her phone is on and it's ASMR, somebody eating. So I wake this up. I'm like, what the is this? She's like, it helps me go to sleep. I'm like, you listening to people eat? That is weird.
Lindsay finna be bad.
I know.
Lindsay,
Listen.
I didn't say it, honey.
It's okay.
We was flowing too. All right.
No, she was flowing.
And welcome back to episode 3. That was a 2.
Hey guys, it's Les.
And Lo, and
welcome. Super inspired by one of our old school loves, our grandfather.
Old school loves, wasn't it, girl? You sound like a grandma talking about our old school love.
So for this episode, we are featuring an old fashioned, and we bought in a featured mixologist. Actually, I'm tired. Where my phone at? What was my liking? They hate us.
Boy, that leather is leathering, okay? While she was talking,
do it again?
I couldn't even think straight. I was just trying to let you get through it. Cause girl, that's dolphin leather or whale leather. And I was really trying to sit here and listen. I promise, every time he was getting passionate, it was like a little puff of pleasure coming up into my nose, and I'm about to pass out. I swear to God, I'm about to pass out. Oh my God. I'm about to have to move over to the other side of the chair for the rest of the episode because I'm grossed out. You said, and when, that's like, right to my fucking face. That's how I was looking stuck because I could not, I was trying not to gag. I don't know how you sit in that. It stank. This smells horrible. And this is just sitting in it. Sitting in the shit. That shit is beyond me. Oh my God. Oh, we almost forgot before we go.
Do you want to like start over that we almost forgot?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Processionals, the whole ancestry line, the whole generation walking down the aisle.
Child, let grandma sit down, honey.
She's tired.
Grandma and grandpa.
She is tired. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Honey, this microphone might to the baby shower to leave.
It was the baby shower.
It was.
No, but I can't tell you, honestly, it's kind of sad. I do think that's another thing for millennials. Yeah. We trash because
AF.
Literally, so many of the weddings that we do, like all the gifts we walk, people do not, unless you guys are like sending them directly to the house from the registry.
But we be seeing the registries.
They don't do the registries either.
No, like people just show up. Tacky.
Are you kicking someone out if they don't bring a gift?
Tacky.
We've never had people kick people out.
I'm not, but I feel like you talked earlier about like things that millennials need to work on, and I think this is millennials. Well, I feel like our older generation is doing it just because, you know.
No, like grandma. If you think about holiday, grandma always. It doesn't matter what it is, what the occasion is. We'll at least get a card with like a little cash in it. Yeah. But like they're legit showing up with a +1 after not RSVPing to a wedding and not bringing a gift.
Or submitting a gift on the website.
Well, technically though, the price of the gift is even supposed to cover like the price of the food. Yeah. So it's almost like you're making it so that the couple doesn't necessarily have to pay for your plate.
Tacky.
You guys start bringing a gift. It takes 2 seconds to hop on Amazon.
Yeah,
go to the registry.
Yeah, more and more of our clients aren't even doing registries. They're just doing like honey funds.
Oh yeah.
Honey cash app.
Send a little at least bring a card. If nothing else, just drop a card in the box, like
with a check.
At minimum, you should have the $5 to say, thank you so much for inviting me to the wedding.
They spent
so excited to celebrate with you.
$200 on your
That's tacky.
Yeah.
Can we talk about also upstaging the bride?
Okay, listen. If you gonna come, show up and show out.
I feel the same way. Like I'm like that has to be a new school thing because I think the older generation is very sensitive to like not upstaging a bride. Yeah. And I just feel like, sis, that's on you and your makeup artist.
Yeah.
That's on you and your hairstylist. If you feel like the girl's coming in and they looking better than you.
Don't you want your guests to look good?
Somebody getting, what did Beyonce say? Somebody getting fired. Yeah. Like literally.
You don't want your guests to be slow.
I I better look like, what's the big fashion
It
show?
was like the other viral guy on Instagram. He was like, they better come like they're going to the Met Gala.
Yeah, we better be giving all things expensive, all things. I love like a room full of beautiful people.
Yeah.
So I hate when people are like, she can't wear that. She gonna look better. Sis, that's a you issue.
Not a me.
That's not a me issue.
And you knew what I look like when you invited me.
We can have an episode about this because we gotta talk about that a little bit more.
The other thing I have kind of been thinking top of mind for me, we were talking a little bit earlier just about like tradition. Tradition. Yes. We spend so much time in these rehearsals with our families of our bridal parties, coaching all of the family how to walk down the aisle for the processional.
Oh, the generational
processional.
I mean,
of
it is
the family.
My sister and her mama and her mama and her mama and her kids.
And my great grandma and her grandma.
I mean, by the time we just should get all the guests and
line them up
to line up and everybody walks. And by the time y'all can cut back on the processionals. I get it. Y'all, Granny wants to sit down.
Yes.
She does not want to stand in the back. If the wedding's running behind, they be standing out there shaking, trying to get down the aisle. Let her sit down. Yes. She's okay. She is there. She's honored.
Cousin.
She could be in her front row seat, RSVP. She could come in. She could be escorted down to her seat. Correct. And I promise she's gonna have just as amazing of a time and experience. Probably better than when we have. I be feeling so bad.
She gonna be relaxed. Yeah, and you know, yeah.
It's I get it. People want, and then
it's very traditional.
And then there's the attire too. So it's giving like, not only do you have bridesmaids dresses, then you have ring bearer, then you have flower girl, then you have mothers, then you have fathers, then you have the auntie color.
It's too many people.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too
Honey,
much.
let them sit down.
Let them sit.
Let them enjoy the moment. Take it in. Watch from the first couple rows and be done. The family does not have to process in. They don't.
And okay, one old school thing that needs, first of all, if you don't know how to do this, you should be ashamed. Setting a table properly.
Yeah, we gonna save that for Thanksgiving.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that in an episode. Please set your table properly.
We might have to bring a table setter.
The millennials don't know.
It's ridiculous.
They don't know how to set a table, girl.
It's okay. We're not gonna get on that.
They don't know which fork is their dinner fork. How you eat your whole dinner with a dessert spoon? A dessert fork. You're like, I was wondering why it was so small because it was for your dessert, sis. Like, what is happening?
Or like folks eat off chargers. I can't stand that. Like, y'all, do y'all know how many times we have had a charger on a table and a napkin and menu card maybe on top of the charger, and then people think that they're supposed to eat off of the charger?
They're like, this is a pretty plate.
Yeah.
Y'all had some pretty plates at that wedding. Did we?
Or like we've seen people take, if you have a buffet, which I don't love, people will pick up the charger and take it to the buffet station.
Child.
Like, we gotta do better.
One thing I do love though, speaking of food, which is a new trend kind of, or vibe, food trucks. Yeah. Food trucks, I think those are so cute when people bring like the little food trucks instead of the formal dinner or the formal buffet.
You don't have to do a plated dinner.
True.
Have some creativity, do something different. Do you know how many weddings, just speaking of millennials, like, do you know how many weddings we go to? Do you know how many plated dinners we've had? Do something cool that your guests are gonna remember.
Or even if it's just the type of food.
Yeah.
Because you guys,
we talked about that on
a chicken, a potato, and a green bean.
Honey, I'm so tired of chicken, potatoes, and green beans.
I don't even eat chicken, so I be eating potatoes.
Have some stations, I know, same. Have some stations, like do something different. Don't be afraid. Yeah, that's true. To mix it up a little.
Anyway,
well, my old fashioned is officially gone.
Mine's not because I'm a lady. What else we got to talk about, girl?
Anyway, I think that's all. Thank you so much for joining Cocktail Hour with Leslo, episode 3. Like, comment, subscribe. Go to www.lesloevents.com/shop and purchase one or more of our custom candles. And we'll see you next time. Over and out.
Peace out.